In recent years, every CES, LG has come to the show with new Gram laptops, and this year is no different. I am here holding the new LG Gram Pro 2-in-1. It's in a striking black color this time around, and continues to break records for slim profiles, lightweights. This particular 2-in-1 is a 16-incher with an OLED screen with a variable refresh rate. You get all of that in just a 3-pound chassis, which is pretty impressive. Now, of course, if you were looking to bicep curl this thing or shoulder press it, it's, not going to be much of a challenge, but you can do it. It's not difficult because this thing is so light and so thin. It's got a decent array of ports. You've got 2 USB-C, 2 USB-A, an HDMI, and a headphone jack, all for a profile of just about half an inch thick. In fact, it's actually 12.4 millimeters thick, which is about 4 millimeters slimmer than the last model. And the Pro name really comes because of all the upgrades it's made to the screen. But of course, the base model of the LG Gram Pro 2-in-1, which starts at $1499, will only have an IPS display. You need to shell out for that lovelier screen. Here at the event, when I was looking at the slides on the demo unit, the OLED obviously had deep inky blacks, really nice contrast, even under these lackluster convention lights. LG Grams, yes, they are very thin and light, but they can tend to exhibit some flex. This time around, it's got a bit of a sturdier body, that's for sure. I'm holding the 16-inch model. I think the 17-inch model, I can't vouch for whether or not it flexes, but this one with the nanomagnesium alloy frame, it certainly feels a little less likely to bend. It still doesn't feel like the most sturdy thing in the world, though. If you were a fan of LG's previous white color option, that may or may not be available this time around. The company is launching with the black variant first, and you can find it starting in February. Now, the 2-in-1 model also features LG's new stylus, which has been upgraded to be rechargeable, and it magnetically attaches to the laptop itself. It's also thinner than before. Sadly, it wasn't working here at the convention, so I couldn't test it out and tell you if the inking experience was very smooth and natural, but I can say that the touchpad and the keyboard are fairly responsive. I mean, usually on devices this thin, you don't get a lot of travel on the keyboard, but this is pretty expected. You have some depth, but not, ThinkPad levels. But at least you can press these down. I mean, what were you expecting for a 12.4 millimeters thin? Of course, with the Pro label, these also come with some respectable processors. Now, the Pro series, which is a clamshell and 2-in-1, both get up to NVIDIA's discrete RTX 3070 processors and come with Intel's Meteor Lake processors, which provide better power consumption and better energy efficiency. LG is saying that some models of the LG Gram Pro line can get up to 24 hours of juice on a charge. And with the OLED models, they're getting about 20 to 22. Of course, we'll have to put that all through the test ourselves to really know if that number is going to pan out in the real world. So for all our detailed impressions and more out of CES 2024, make sure you subscribe to Engadget.